Well, Matt, it's almost game time now. How do you feel about the energy and the effort of the guys this week?
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job today. We drug a little bit early, and then they turned it up. They did a good job of being focused and communicating, and then just coming out with a purpose.
New offensive coordinator for Memphis, I guess. What do you expect from that unit? What do you expect from him, and kind of what he calls, in week 1 here?
Yeah, I think what's interesting is you watch Memphis and you watch Marshall's tape. There's a lot of similarities in what they do, and there's been some paths that have been crossed there, but there's a lot of similarities, especially run game wise. Between the two, passing game wise, there's a few differences, but there's a lot of similarities in the two. And so then it's just, hey, what have they plucked from each other and blended together? You've got to kind of see that as you get going into the game.
Those numbers at Marshall keep you guys up a little bit as defensive coaches?
Yeah, they do a great job. I mean, he's done a great job everywhere he's been. All the way you go back, Coach Arnett at San Diego State, they faced him when he was at Nevada in 2016, so there's some history there. We have unbelievable respect for not only him as a coordinator, but obviously the Memphis players. So, they do a great job, for sure.
Tyler Sweet led you guys in tackle for losses and sacks last year. Is there anything different about him going into this season?
I think he's in better shape. I mean, he's cut his body fat down from about 7-8% this summer. Done a great job with the strength staff. His mentality, I think you hope that allows him to play faster, longer, so that he's not out there at 85%. And you get into the second, say they convert the first third down or whatever, he's still playing as fast as he was the first 3 plays of the series. So that, to me, is the big thing, that he's improved his game, which will just hopefully lead to more production.
Deshaun Page, you talked about this earlier, kind of unfortunately had a tragedy off the field and got a slow start in training camp. How did you see him develop as the weeks got longer?
I think he's knocked the rust off. He's knocked the rust off. He's done a great job of snapping back and focusing on football, even though he had a lot of things that could be very distracting, obviously. And they are tragic, but he's done a great job of handling it the right way. He's really matured, and I'm proud of him. And just looking forward to seeing him play.
A lot of eye candy with Marshall and with Memphis last year to try to disguise, to run a little bit. I mean, to put linebackers in conflict. How do you kind of prepare your guys for that?
Yeah, I think some of what we do defensively helps that, because they're trying to capture what we're doing movement-wise too, and they've got to prepare for a lot. The other thing is, we're not like a gap fit team per se, where one fly motion is going to change 100 different things with our linebackers' eyes. So if we're doing our job and being lined up right and adjusting alignments accordingly based off those motions and the different things you referred to there, I think we'll be fine. But you're right. I mean, they definitely do a good job of giving you a lot of lasers to chase. So definitely got to be disciplined.
I know it's a long season and it's hard to tell which freshmen are going to be able to play or not, but you got some long-rangey guys with Khalid and Javee and Avery Sledge.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What have you seen from those 3 guys, and do you think they can help this year?
I think, obviously, the first thing they need to do is make an impact on special teams anywhere they can. Sledge has got some work there. Javee a little bit, Khalid a little bit. Sledge right now is probably the one that has the biggest role in that area. Currently, you can obviously talk to Coach Mealy more about that, but all 3 of them need to be impact guys in that. Khalid's got an unbelievable motor. Javee and Sledge, like you talked about, have great length. So, no, you need those guys to come in and provide depth and get on the field.
How ready are you guys prepared to go hit another team? I mean, after beating each other up for a month now.
If we're not ready to play by this point as far as that goes, I mean, we're never going to be ready. Like, you hit each other for 15 practices in the spring, work obviously all summer in the weight room and doing the things you're doing, and then you go through a fall camp. If you're not ready to tee off on somebody else's uniform, you're probably in the wrong sport. So I think they're excited about it.
There's been a lot of talk about Memphis and their practices. They've had to have their speakers turned up, trying to simulate a bit of the cowbell. What kind of advantage do you feel like that gives you guys on defense, having that type of environment?
I mean, it's an unbelievable atmosphere. You got to love it. You think back to I think back to NC State. I think back to Kentucky. Last year, you would hope this is going to feel the same way. Opening game, 6:30 kickoff. Obviously, we know the history last year. I would think it'd be a great advantage that we need to utilize.